Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Unverified. I'm Simba, and I'm joined by Israel, a.k.a. Aya Ramalati. Say what's up, Israel?
Drowning in assignments right now.
And we also got your boy, Connor, a.k.a. Conflict Strat. What's up, my boy?
Hi there, how's it going?
And last but not least, we got your boy, Simi, but you may know him better as Tamgo2474. Tell us what's up.
This is an uncomfortably sensual intro that we're having.
It's funny because I'm lying down in my bed right now.
Ooh.
Oh, it's getting steamy in here now.
Raunchy. Ooh.
Yo, I need to open up a window, you know what I'm saying, boys? Wild, bro. It's kind of crazy. Not as crazy as the times we are living in. Am I right, my brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And I thought to myself, being such crazy times, it might be a good time to really think about what would happen if we were hit with the true apocalypse.
What do you have in mind? Meteors?
You know, being the kind of podcast we are, filled with originality, wit, and humor, I went for something that nobody ever thinks of. A zombie apocalypse.
Yes. Matches our status of originality.
I personally have never heard of them. What are those?
Zombies. Okay, so imagine human beings, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, imagine human beings that eat people.
Right. Cannibals.
No, not cannibals. They eat people.
So, cannibals?
No. Not cannibals. They eat people, Sim. Don't be stupid.
Oh, right. Okay. I get it. Guys, it's talking about cannibals. Right. Okay, so what about the cannibals?
So I want to know, how do you guys think you would fare if it was zombie apocalypse time? The end times, you know.
I feel like we'd have to define what sort of zombies we're dealing with. Are we dealing with 28 days later zombies that run at you? Are we dealing with Walking Dead zombies that are just slow and moving and walking? Are we dealing with The Last of Us clickers?
I think good ones are the Left 4 Dead zombies because they've got variety to them. Most of them are pretty slow boys. But there's every once in a while, if you're unlucky, you're gonna turn around and you're gonna, walk into an alleyway and stumble upon a raid boss.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm straight up failing that then.
Okay. So we've got multiple varieties of zombies and they're dangerous. Dangerous zombies.
I think all zombies are pretty dangerous.
I mean, yeah, but the slow ones at least can be outrun, you know?
Yeah, but Simi, okay, let's be real though. Can you outrun them?
Yes, man. Come on, I got pace. You don't know me, bro. I can outrun a zombie.
I remember you told a story about running for the bus and puking.
Yeah, okay. But wow. No. But here's what I have to say. If I end up puking, I still outran the zombie. Did I not?
How long did you run for the bus?
It was a good 45 seconds, my dude.
Wild. Wild. Man said he ran for 45 seconds and caused that an accomplishment.
Yeah. Okay, well, Simi's not making it.
Yeah, no. See, I've trash stamina anyway, so I know for a fact I'm not gonna make it, but I can at least run longer than 45 seconds without needing to puke.
To be honest, when it comes to zombies, I feel like the biggest danger isn't the zombies, it's the other people, the other survivors. I would just be so afraid of anyone else I come across because I don't know what they want. If they're very much on the wave of everyone for themselves, because that's the thing where whenever I watch something like The Walking Dead or 28 Days Later, the zombies are dangerous, sure, but it's the other communities out there that seem to be even more dangerers, you know?
Yeah.
Because at least they can think.
So you're gonna lone wolf it?
No, but see, I feel like I wouldn't last too long because I wouldn't be willing to do the horrible things you'd have to do to survive in that sort of situation.
Yeah, but I personally feel this scenario has taught us a few things about human beings. Something that most of us knew. We're real gosh darn stupid. Real dumb. No, you're assuming the thing about The Walking Dead, these are all actors and they're all super logical and cunning. Most people are dumb, and we've learned that. We've learned that firsthand over these last couple months. People are dumb, right? You're going to be people are going to be, getting supplies. They're going to be getting weapons and food. No, Simi, bro, Cashel, we've learned this, okay?
Yeah. That is wild. Like, anytime that, like, the hypothetical of apocalypse has come up, I've never actually thought in that situation toilet paper would be gone. Like,
Yeah,
like,
this is true.
And yet here we are, not even in such an intense situation, and toilet paper's gone.
But didn't you hear, like, in America, gun sales went up as a result of, coronavirus? People went out and started buying guns.
You think you could shoot a virus to death? I'm sorry, your Colt M16 is doing nothing.
Well, I'm just saying, Israel, if I saw you down the street and you're 6 feet away, you cough. If I shoot you, I'm not getting whatever you just got.
That's true.
True, but if I'm 6 feet away and that hits you, then, well, I guess you die too.
Well, I mean, 6 feet is the distance that it's supposed to be. So if he cough, why would you shoot him?
What if he comes closer? It's a risk.
Then you move away.
No, I'm the one with the gun.
That's what the gun's for.
This dude is taking stand your ground to the grave. He's like,
Yeah, I have the gun.
moving.
I don't move. The person without the gun moves.
And also, obviously with the zombie apocalypse, it's also the thing of civilization collapses. So, you're going to be walking everywhere if you even leave your house. No electricity. First off, people out here, you think you're going to be on Twitter and the zombie... No, ain't no Twitter, my guy. In fact, your phones are going to be dead real soon. You can get a generator if you know where to find one and know how to work one. It's just so many horrible things. I would need to adjust. It would be way better to be born into the zombie apocalypse than to live a nice life and then it happens.
Well, yeah, it's like that living. It's like that. Yeah, you know what life was like before, isn't it?
Also, see, another problem is with Walking Dead zombies. Those in those games, those usually require guns. We live in a country where that's not really possible for us, so a lot of us are definitely dying.
Yeah, they'd have to raid like police stations and get into the SWAT.
Yeah.
Raiding a police station is probably not the best idea, but hey, maybe if you have some zombies on your side, or at least, also trying to enter the police station, a lot of people get bitten, but maybe a couple people got out with some M16s. I don't know.
Yeah, the people who can run for longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 40 seconds.
Yeah.
High threshold, really. Very high threshold.
It is a pretty high bar.
It's a high bar.
To reach.
Having a gun must make you feel like a god. Like, if you have like an M16, like, you must feel like on the level of a deity, right?
Yeah, you're just there like, I command death itself. That's the kind of level that you're looking at right there.
Until you fire it and you learn you can't control the recoil.
Yes, the gun slaps you in the face. It's like, you think you control me? Nah, bruh.
It's okay, you will learn that over time, but still, you're way better off than everyone else without an M16.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you're in the zombie apocalypse and you have like some heavy firearms, done and dusted.
If you have the aim to fit, like, let's keep it real. Like, if you be missing, then it ain't gonna work out too well for you.
Simi, I've seen your aim trainer score, bro. You really are not making it through this situation.
Listen, man, the trigger is different to the left mouse click. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mice don't have recoil,
all I'm gonna say.
bro. The left mouse doesn't have gun recoil. I'm sorry, you're out.
I never claimed to be in. Nah, the zombie apocalypse. Listen, I would have heart. I would try. I wouldn't just give up on life immediately. I would like legit try. Let's say we're at the start of a zombie apocalypse and it's like spreading through. I think I could survive. Maybe I could survive a good year. Like before, if like wherever I'm living ever got overrun, you know how like in any show or movie with zombies where like their base gets overrun, the main characters always make it out, but a couple of the side characters, I would be a side character. I wouldn't be making it out of that one. I would get like a nice dramatic death. I wouldn't be making it out.
My man.
You know, there's always that one character who's like, I'll hold him off, run. It's like a horde of 100 zombies. He's like, I'm gonna spread my arms, we'll ride, right? And I'll hold all of them off so that you guys can escape.
They get him in like 1 second and he does nothing. Nothing at all.
There's probably like a way for them all to get out, but it's like, it's a 50-second sprint.
Exactly.
So it's just not about that.
It's like, exactly, that's too
It's
much.
like, you know what?
I just see the 100-meter racetrack to freedom. I'm like, guys, I gotta make this sacrifice, run.
It's like, I've got this guy.
Simi pretending to be a martyr when he knows that the run will kill him before the zombies.
that happens, like, whenever I see that happen in a film or a TV show, because there is a character in Breaking Bad who that happened for, where he sacrificed himself like that. And I'm like, my guy, what? You didn't help at all. You could have just run with them. Like, why did you do that?
It's like, now you're a zombie. You're part of the problem.
Now we're a zombie. Now it's one more zombie we have to deal with entirely.
Oh, damn. Yeah, getting bitten by a zombie is like in a game when you pause and then click switch teams. That's what that is.
Switch teams.
You're literally switching to the winning team, because the zombies will win. Like, the zombie apocalypse ends with the entire world being zombies.
Not
That is
necessarily.
what happens then. What happens?
I remember rightly, like, World War Z, I've only read the book, but, like, they, like, fight a lot of them off. It's just, like, they initially overrun, but, like, they eventually... I feel like, because you said, like, you think you would survive about a year or so, right?
Yeah.
I think if you make it past a year, you're gonna make it, right?
But how?
Because, like, if you have managed to muster the skills and whatever knowledge to survive for 365 days, you, like, that's pretty good, unless some crazy shit happens, like, obviously being overrun.
Mhm.
But I think that's the same for Planet Earth. I feel like if Planet Earth makes it past the first year of a zombie apocalypse, then I feel like they can turn it.
How long would it take a dead body to fully decompose? Because realistically, when they're bones, they ain't doing no. You know?
Well, usually, like, they turn into zombies, like, usually hours after they've been bitten.
Yeah.
Or hours after
But, like,
they
say
die.
that, like, a year's gone. Aren't they just going to be decomposed enough that they would just fall apart eventually? And you
That's
can't
actually an
chase
interesting
after
take.
people?
That's actually very
Eventually.
interesting. I
That's
haven't
true.
actually seen that in a show before, where the zombie just dies of old age.
Yeah, because like, eventually it kind of would, right?
That makes sense. That makes total sense.
Really good
You
book.
can't
I think
run
that
after
happens in World War Z. I think over time, a lot
Does
of
it?
them decompose. I don't remember.
In the book, maybe. Definitely not in the film.
In a case like that, then yeah, actually, I think we could survive. I think we could outlive. But in a case where it's like the zombies are zombies forever, I don't think there's a single chance of civilization winning.
All right, let's push this up to a lighter note here now. If there was a zombie apocalypse, who would you leave behind? Your significant other or your best friend?
Huh? Why would I have to leave someone behind?
You can only protect one of them.
Oh, so like it's a life or death situation.
Actually, let's say there's a boat taking off in an
Oh
hour.
my god.
Oh,
It's
wow.
going to take you 30 minutes to get from one person's house to the boat, and they're both away from each other.
Fam, what sort of Dark Knight Joker situation have you set up here? What the flip? I'm gonna go to one of theirs house and it's gonna be the other one. That's what you're doing to me. Okay.
Yeah, whose house do you go to take them to the boat so you guys can get away? Your significant other or your best friend?
I don't know. That hypothetical is weird because for some people, I guess their significant other is their best friend.
Well, let's assume there are two different people. See, because
Okay.
I guess this came from a person who can't relate to that.
You know what? Yeah, I would feel less worried for my best friend. But yeah, the dude got it. He can handle it.
That's that toxic masculinity, bro.
Yeah, he'll fight him. It's cool.
Zombies, bro. Just beat them up. What's wrong with you?
Just beat him up, man. Yeah.
Personally, it just depends on who I'm closest to in terms of relationship wise, and it depends on skills that'd be useful or necessary.
You be checking him off like, bro, can you handle a gun? Okay, check. Can you cook like canned food? Okay, check. Like,
A little longer than 40 seconds. Oh, no.
Oh, damn it.
I'm sorry.
I'm out.
Yeah, Simi is not coming on. Simi is not on my team.
I can drive though, so is that helpful?
Ooh.
Oh, actually.
Mm.
Actually, no, yes. Simi's joining the team because he can drive us to where we need to go. And when things get bad, we know who's going to get eaten. All right, yeah, Connor's significant other or your best friend.
I feel like I think about it for so long that I would, one, miss the boat myself, and two, not tell them.
They know about the boat, and they know you're the only person who has the car, so they're both going to know you left them behind.
Oh, bruh, screw them both then. What the fuck? Like, they both know about the boat, but they're waiting on me to go and get
They
them.
can't
Like,
drive and they
what?
don't have access to a car. You're the only one who
I
can
can't
drive.
drive and I don't have access to a car.
In this scenario, you can.
Let's go for the significant other, and then call my boy and tell him, sorry.
You're leaving back your boy if you're a significant other. Okay, interesting. Why?
I don't know. Oh, it's difficult. It could easily go the other way though.
But you chose one. You've already picked one. Your boy,
I
whoever
have,
he is,
but
knows.
do I mean that?
Yeah, now wherever your boy is, he knows when he listens to this that he's second place. So you have to explain to him
Oh.
why.
Why not just lie? Why not? Why not go and pick up your significant other and then go on the phone, bro, I'm on my way, bro.
All right, Sydney. All right, see, me and you phone conversation. You just called me. I'm in my house waiting for you because I think you're coming for me. All right, pick up the phone. Like, hey, yo, Sydney, where you at?
Dude, I'm on my way. Listen, my car's been jerking.
Jerking?
Whoa, okay.
Jerking?
Wait, dude, Simba, listen, the car's broke. I need to get out. I need to check
I know
the
you
hood,
have that
okay?
YouTube money.
Give me
You
a-
have a Tesla. Don't lie to me,
Bro,
bro.
we're in the zombie apocalypse, man. Tesla, listen, I didn't charge it. The charging station's been how? You know what's going
Okay,
on?
motherfucker,
Sorry,
you
my
didn't
guy.
charge it. How you driving here?
Listen, it just ran out of battery. You see
Who's
the
that I
little,
hear in the
red,
car? Why
the
do I hear
red
somebody
battery
in the
symbol?
car? Who are you with?
What? No. Listen, it's just the Tesla. I'm playing a YouTube video
You
right
ain't
now.
listening to no
I'm
podcast
playing
in the apocalypse.
YouTube.
Don't pretend.
Bro, listen. I'm watching a
pretend.
Jenna Marbles video. Okay, chill.
Don't pretend. Yo,
Alright,
why do I hear a female voice? Bro, don't tell me. Don't you dare.
Well,
Don't you
it's
dare.
Jenna
Homie,
Marbles,
I
man.
swear.
She's doing a zombie makeup
Bro.
tutorial. Relax, my guy.
Don't do me
Relax.
like this. Don't do me like
Alright,
this.
I'll
bro.
be there.
Bro.
I'll be there. All right.
Nah,
all right.
man.
Look,
Nah,
dude, look
fam.
outside your window right now. Look outside your window right now.
Hey, you. That's some old lady. She's dying.
I'm gone. I hung up. It's over.
Sydney's just gonna leave her homie left for dead and lie.
Bro, as long as he called me and told me that, I'd be fine. I'd be
No, but
fine
Sydney
with that.
lied. He didn't even tell you the truth. He lied.
Okay, yeah, to be fair, he did lie.
It's better to die thinking that you are about to be saved
He's
than
not
to
just gonna die
die
in 30
knowing you are
minutes.
abandoned.
You just-
Yeah, he might last for a long time. Sydney, for all you know, I might make it through and I find you that button like, motherfucker, where were you at?
I was gonna say Simba's there whittling his goddamn spear, waiting.
I the reunion would be so awkward when you come and you see me with my significant other, and I'm just like, oh yeah, bro.
Imagine,
Fam, she made it. I was on my way to you. She made it, my guy.
Sydney,
Isn't that great?
imagine you get to the boat and he's there and you're like,
Like, bro, you made it. That was the
Yeah.
plan the whole
nah,
time.
fam, I
wanted
hitched
to
a
give
ride.
you-
That old lady made it.
That old lady.
All right, Israel, who did you pick? Because Connor and Simi are both snakes, as we hear.
Damn. Oh, it's gonna be quite hard. For me, it really depends on how long I've been with these people for. Have I been with the best friend longer than I've been with the girlfriend, the significant
Let's
other?
say your relationships are pretty equal at this point.
Okay,
you know.
cool.
Pretty
Okay.
equal relationships at this point, you know.
Personally, because I've never had a significant other in my life, I would probably pick the significant other. But the best friend, honestly, Ida. I'm not too fussed if I lose. I'm not really too fussed. It's gonna be bad if I lose. One or the other. It's just that honestly, Ida. I'm not. Neither of them are really a shut and set case. It's really bro. I'll just roll the dice.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a better answer, but I've learned today that I need new friends. Jesus.
I told you I'd message you. I'd call you. And tell you that
How
I'm
you doing,
leaving
man? This boat's real comfortable, my guy. How you doing? Fam, do you know they got first class seats on a boat? Oh my god, it's amazing. So anyway, how's your day going?
I had to eat a lady's kidney today. How about you?
Fam, kidney, that's a lot of protein, you know. I'm glad to see you're doing well, my guy. I just had some caviar. It was real sweet.
Bruh, this man. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna pick the best friend. I'm gonna pick the friend.
Okay. Why?
Because to me, right? And here's where Simba again digs holes for himself, as he always does in these podcasts.
I got the shovel on deck.
My thing is, right, I think personally, romantic relationships have much less stability and are much more volatile than friendships are. There's a lot more things that can set them off. With a homie, there's a much greater chance that through thick and thin, there might be homies through this, right? If shit starts to hit the fan in a romantic relationship, things can fall apart pretty quickly. And also, people fall out of love very often. You know, look at them divorce rates is all I'm saying, okay? And this is just with children and taxes. Now think about divorce rates in the apocalypse, okay? I'm just saying.
Nah, fam, that's gonna plummet to zero. You ain't no officiator coming to stamp any document. You be like, yo, you got a slot available on Wednesday? They're like, no, I ain't go. What you talking about? Bro, I use that stamp as a weapon now. What are you talking about?
But yeah, I'm just saying, I think your friend, I think there's a greater chance you guys are gonna be homies for longer, and I just think it's a much safer bet than going for the significant other. And I'm a homie, so that.
Okay,
I kind of feel that.
Here's my final like thing to that though. It's like, yes, I get that, but in a zombie apocalypse, right? Even if you fall out with your significant other, they're still like the person who's around you. Let's say you're in some sort of faction. They still know you best. So you kind of just have to have each other's back, right? Even if you fall out, it's like falling out with a friend. Like, even if you fall out with a friend, it's like, listen, if we're in a zombie apocalypse, I've still got your back. And I feel like what it would be so petty to fall out with your SO and then you don't care about each other's survival anymore. What the flip? What the flip did you do to get them that upset?
No. I'm not saying that you're not going to care about each other's survival. I mean, like, okay, if tomorrow, right, the love dies, that relationship is now dropped in quality, right? We're still going to look after each other because it's the fucking end of the world. Random strangers looking after each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course we're going to look after each other. I just think the chances of that relationship quality dropping with a homie are lower than they are with a significant other because love is a volatile emotion. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but like, don't you love your homie as well? Isn't
I do.
there a chance that you could like that?
But like, he's my homie. I only want what's best for him.
Yeah, and I'm saying the same thing can happen for an SO, right?
Personally, I feel like if someone was my significant other, there'd have to be a base level of friendship somewhere before we even established some sort of romantic connection. Personally, that's how I feel. So I feel like even if the romance drops, there's still like a base level of friendship anyway. So I feel like I'd still be fine.
Yeah, but just ask a lot of people in relationships how many when people in relationships, they think they're like the best. They're compatible for each other for life. And then the relationship ends, they don't talk to each other anymore.
This is true. And like, if we were talking about normal circumstances, then I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Regular friendships will just last longer. But because it's a zombie apocalypse, it kind of, there wouldn't be that situation where you just stop talking to each other because you're all each other's got.
It's true.
So it's like, if we're not even romantically involved anymore, you're still the only person here who I know. So, you know.
Yeah, but bro, if you stop being romantically involved and you're all each other has, it's just going to be awkward. That's not going to be fun.
Awkwardness will be the least of my problems, dude.
Nah, bro, humans are social creatures. Awkwardness is going to feel worse than the zombie apocalypse, I assure you.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I want to save the bro instead.
Fam, the bro's dead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm going back. I'm going to return back the tapes.
You cool, bro? He ain't picking up, man.
Bro, he's picking up the call.
For me, it's just situation of either. I don't really see a disadvantage with either or an advantage with either. So I'm just like, honestly, any's fine. Either's fine.
I just thought of one final thing about this situation, right? So what we're saying is there's only enough time to drive the distance of going to the person's house and then going to the boat.
Yes, and because of how far away from each other, you can't drive to the other person and make it to the boat in time.
What if, right, out of not wanting to upset either one of them, you drive to the SO's house, and then you drive to the friend's house, and you're like, now we're all in it together. F the boat. F the boat. There we go.
Honestly, that'd be the realest homie move.
It would.
Yeah, that'd be the option. They can all chill, you know?
It'd only be a real homie move if they agree, because if they don't agree to it, then that's a dick move, because the person's going to be like, you left me, you screwed me. Okay. Let's say I gave you $1,000, right? The zombie apocalypse, you had some Raven, seeing to the future moment, and it's about to go down tomorrow. Like you know it's about to go down, and I've given you $1,000, £1,000 to prepare. What do you do with it?
Battle pass.
Yo, Connor's gonna be like, "Where are we dropping, boys?" All right, Simi. Yo, pick up the phone. I really need to tell you something important, and I would never doubt you.
Sim. I'm glad I was your first choice.
Yes, I was always the first choice. So yeah, Simi, this is zombie apocalypse happening tomorrow. Don't ask how I know. I just do. I'm gonna PayPal you $1,000 to your account. Use it wisely.
Oh, I'm hitting the club tonight.
Yeah, a week. I've got a week of partying to do.
It's happening tomorrow.
Oh, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna imagine we're under regular circumstances where going outside is allowed.
Yes.
I would purchase the largest. I would purchase the largest knife I can legally purchase without, having to sign a form of some kind.
You can buy replica swords, bro. Like,
Yeah, but how do I get it sharpened in time?
Yo, City, what the hell? You don't have a blacksmith on call?
Unfortunately, not. I don't have those connections. Yeah, but yeah, I'd get like very large knife. I would get a bunch of canned food. I'd buy up all the toilet paper in Tesco. I would get. I guess some snacks too, I suppose. With one day to go, and I'm imagining by this point, based on everything I've bought, I probably have still 700 pounds left.
It's
I
true,
don't know,
you
man.
haven't touched anything, really.
Yeah,
I get some Werther's Originals whilst I'm there. bars, some walkers.
In preparation for the zombie apocalypse, what am I really gonna buy? Everything's gonna be free tomorrow. I can just go into the shop and steal it. It won't matter. It's the zombie apocalypse tomorrow. So...
That's true. But ideally, you don't want to be out for the first few weeks, right? That's when you're going to get, curb stomped for a bloody toilet roll piece.
City,
You know?
right?
It's true. Yeah.
You can drive, right? Why don't you just look for a stupidly cheap car?
I've got a huge knife. I'll just go on to the M5, be like, yo, give me your vehicle now.
You're going to stop a car moving at 80 miles per hour with what?
Yeah.
Will.
With my giant knife. I'm going to have that knife from Final Fantasy, bro.
For $1,000, what if I bought some supplies, hired 5 escorts, and then I have a squad? Because they don't know what's happening tomorrow, but I do.
Escorts?
Yes, because what else? How else are you going to get cheap people?
Not Oh, no, you did mean that. Oh, no, sorry, you did mean that. I gave you more I gave you more credit there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, because how... Okay, you have one day. How else are you going to hire a bunch of people on the really
Dude.
cheap?
You have 1K. That's if you have 4 of them, that's 1 hour of protection.
You buy you find some ones with decently cheap day rates.
Yeah.
And you do that. And then you get 2 to 3 of them. And then by tomorrow they're not gonna know what's happening. So
Yeah,
it's all
fair
good.
enough.
Okay, so I wanted to end this podcast off with at least one viewer question because I love the viewers leave us questions. I don't want to leave them hanging in the dust. And I decided to pick I think this is the deepest and most philosophical question that we got. And it's from IMC364 on the Discord. If you want to, ask some questions, join us on Discord. And he says, what's your go-to Tesco meal deal?
Tesco meal deal. I don't go Tesco's.
Okay, all right. Well, Israel has been kicked from the team.
Bye,
Everybody
guys.
else?
I don't have a go-to Tesco meal deal. I've never
real?
had a Tesco meal deal, actually.
Oh my god.
It's true.
Huh?
It's true.
What?
All right.
In God's name is wrong with the both of you?
I've never...
Honestly.
I
it's
don't
not
go shopping,
uncommon.
and literally there is no... Okay,
That
I
is
want you to keep in
uncommon.
mind this, okay? The closest Tesco's towards me requires me taking a bus, and I don't go outside anyways. And when last I was at uni, there wasn't a Tesco's around, so excuse me for not using Tesco's. I'm sorry.
All right, let's open the floor up because you guys suck. What's your go-to meal deal then?
So when you say meal deal, right? Is this this has to be a supermarket meal deal?
Yeah, then 3 or 4 pound supermarket meal deal.
I am trying to think if I've ever bought one of those. And I don't think I have.
I'm losing brain cells. Connor, because you're the only sane person here. What's your go-to Tesco meal deal?
Well, the snack alternates. However, it's always a barbecue chicken wrap with a Lucasade.
Oh, okay.
The snack that changes, it was back in sixth form or college, it was a flapjack, because you can get a flapjack on the meal deal, and I had no idea.
Okay, all right.
Ooh.
No, I don't really eat flapjacks that much. But why the barbecue wrap? Did you go straight for that, or just this is it now? Did you
Oh no,
you
I tried a few
experiment?
of them. But when I came across that, I was like, bruh, this is it. The only one that changes between is a chicken mayo sandwich.
Yeah, okay. Well,
And-
see, you're a bit more consistent than me. I'm a bit of a variety meal dealer. I like to switch it up. There's different meal deals for different scenarios. You know what I mean? So if I'm going to the shops, I'm like, bro, I need calories, right? I need tons of calories. There's a triple sausage and egg sandwich. That's
Yeah.
500-600 calories there. I almost
That's a
always go
breakfast
for the kettle. Yeah, the triple breakfast sandwich. I always go for the kettle chips, bro, because that's a vibe, and because
Which kettle chips?
Kettle chips are nice.
I like the so I usually like going for the the pepper ones, the black pepper ones, if I can find them.
Yeah.
But they usually don't have those, so I usually go for the salt and vinegar ones, or salt and
I was
vinegar.
gonna say, the salt and vinegar ones.
They are they're the money, baby. That's where the money's at. But yeah,
They say those kelchos are like handmade, right? I always picture someone just like rubbing their hands all over the wet potato slices.
Does that make it better or worse for you?
That makes it. I mean, it makes it interesting. I'm like, bro. You've been palming my freaking crisps, my guy.
I've been palming my crisps. All right, last question we're gonna ask today, and then we're gonna end the podcast with this one. A really easy one. This shouldn't take too long. Monkey Wiener says, "Would you rather know when you're going to die or how?"
Oh, when?
Thank you,
Definitely
Monkey
when.
Wiener.
I don't really care how, honestly, because I'm assuming the question is with the case of there's no way you can prevent it. It's going to happen regardless.
I'd assume so. He didn't really say, but I'd assume so.
So I don't know when, so I can at least use that time to just spend doing stuff. Really, just might as well.
They both provide major issues. The issue with knowing when is that you now have like a countdown, and so you do have like a bit of, I don't know. Yeah, you can say that is a positive, but it would give you like quite a lot of anxiety where it's like, I've got this amount of time. And I know it's going to happen. And as it gets closer to the date, it's just going to get, like, worse.
Having a countdown would make it better for me.
It would kick you into gear.
It would actually motivate me.
That'd be nice, though. Because, like, you could treat yourself that week. You don't have to worry about the week after, You're like, oh, I don't have enough money for the next... Nah, bruh. You don't care. It's gone next week.
It depends on what the answer is, though. If you find out that you're going to die in 50 years, then it's like, okay. If you find out you're going to die in 2 years, it's like, holy
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
crap.
I feel like when everyone thinks about this, they're like, oh, I'm probably going to die in like 50 years. What if it's like, it says next week? You're like, oh, shit. Well, that just threw everything off. Like, that just screwed my whole plan.
Bro, that means I don't have to do this
like,
assignment anymore? Holy shit, yes.
I'm just like,
Right.
I'm more like, I had plans, bro. Come on.
But then even with the freaking how, the problem with that is, if it's like, unless it's something like you die of a certain disease, or you just die of like your body breaking down in old age, then if it's just something like it's a freak accident, you die in a car accident, every time you get in the car, you're going to be terrified.
Yeah.
How is anxiety? That creates anxiety. When kind of relieves it, I feel, because you're not even asking yourself the question of how long do I have to live?
I don't think it relieves anxiety. I think both suck.
Yep.
Big butts, and I'd rather not know either. But I think if you want to actually live the rest of your life, you knowing when is going to be better. Because if you find out, like you said, Simi, I'm going to die in a car accident, you can't never get in a fucking car again. Like, that's it. Cars are done for you. You're going to sit at home. And then for some reason, a car's going to fly through your bedroom window. And you're going to
You're in the middle of the Atlantic, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
specifically.
the car
and
just
then
gonna-
your car comes
just
out of
appears.
nowhere.
But yeah, I feel like you're going to be able to actually live your life a bit better if you just know the when.
What if you found out you were going to die in 70 years?
No,
Would that motivate
honestly, honestly, no. Unfortunately, not. Like, oh god, that's far into the future, bro. I got 3 months in the future to figure out what to do with myself. So 70 years is just like, oh, not that I'm gonna die in 70 years. It's just like, oh well, guess I gotta do something in those 3 months then.
See, now the thing I'm saying is like, when it comes to when versus how, when has a better chance overall. I'd probably rather know when. But with how, there are cases where it wouldn't be a problem. Like if I found out I died of a certain disease, then when I got that disease, I would know, but I wouldn't be worried because it's like, okay, I'm going to get this disease at some point. So it's not like, it wouldn't hinder me in my daily activities. You know what I mean?
I don't know. On the point of like the whole 70 years thing, I feel like if I knew I was going to perish in 70 years, right? I feel like that would kind of motivate me in a sense because it's like, I kind of live my life on the assumption that any day could be the day. And if I'm like, oh, I know it's in 70 years, I can properly plan. Like, I can actually plan. Because the problem about not knowing when you're going to die is, like, you make plans, and then you just hope to God that the universe doesn't have other plans against your will. So I think it'd be nice. I'd be like, I can plan things out. I know how much time I can take. And, like, I feel like I'd be a little bit less... I would like to be able to work the other way, because I feel like I'm very anxious about getting things done at a certain time. But then, like, if I know I'm going to die in 70 years, I'd be like, okay, I know how I can spend my time better and be a bit more intentional.
Yeah, I can see that. I just assume, and I think most people just assume they're not going to die. right? Even like people like you, who is like you work a lot because you're aware of death. You just assume it's not gonna happen. Like I'm assuming I'm not gonna die in the next 2 hours. I'm just assuming it. I have nothing to prove it, and I feel like that's how people just go about. Like,
well, I make my thing is like I make plans and hope not. There was one point where I actually got really good at like seeing the end in a sense, because I was like, there's a point where I was like, I'd go to bed and I'd be like, all right, cool. I'd reflect upon the day. I was like, okay, I've done this, and the other. It's a pretty okay day, or it was a pretty bad day. I'd be like, well, this could be the last one, so I guess we just have to deal with it. And I'd go to bed with my mind going, this could have been it.
This guy is nuts.
Like genuine, I'd go to bed and I'd be like, I would genuinely be like, I might not wake up tomorrow.
I've actually done that a couple times myself. Now that I think
and
about it.
now I just like I make plans in spite. I'm like, okay, I could die tomorrow, but I'm gonna make plans just in the hopes that that's not the case.
Yeah, personally, same thing. But same with Simi was saying. I don't usually think I'm going to die in the next few hours. I usually go, well, I don't know I'm gonna die. No, I also don't know that I won't die in the next few hours. So it's like, well, might as well just keep on moving. We'll just see what life takes us. Because I'm not really scared of death. I guess I've kind of I've basically accepted it will happen. It happened. So I'm not too fussed. I'm more fussed about the pain, of finishing the pain, but, that won't exist anymore once it's done. But, yeah.
As the podcast is taking such a high note, I think this is a time to call it a day. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this is the point at which we should call it a day before we get on an even higher note than we're in right now.
Yeah, I mean, what a positive... Like, this really takes our minds off of the pandemic. Like, zombie apocalypse and death. I love it.
Yeah, well, we're not thinking about the specific things, but yeah, so, thinking about how Simi is a fake friend and,
Bruh.
Cinder is a bad person, things like that. Your
What's
usual.
new?
Nothing has changed today, but I hope we have changed your day in a little bit and hopefully made it slightly better, but, we try our best, so. But if you did enjoy this episode for some reason, you should go leave us a review on iTunes. That actually is very helpful. Get our rankings up from, 1 billion to 999,999 million or whatever. So that would be useful. Or you could check us out on Twitter at Unverishow. That's also our social for Instagram and other social medias. If you want to go check out what's happening, you can go check out all these lovely boys' Twitter accounts. They post such deep and inspirational content. Honestly, every time I go on their Twitter accounts, I shed a tear. I shed a little tear just of how happy and full of joy I've become.
You're welcome,
and
man.
if you're listening to this on a streaming service like Spotify, like iTunes, and you're like, man, I enjoyed listening to those boys talk. Do they do anything else? Is there a way I can see them interacting with, a piece of interactive visual medium? Oh, well, lucky for you, we have a YouTube channel where we play video games. It's called Unverified. We play all the topical video games, that have come out recently, like, Minecraft, Life is Strange, all the big hits.
Yes.
So if you want to watch us play all those big new releases, you can go check us out over there. Otherwise, we have been Unverified, and you've been listening to the podcast. Everybody have a little bit of last thing to say to the audience.
I'm going to the boat by myself. I've decided they're both getting left behind.
Infected. Game over.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even want to be on the boat anymore. All right, see you guys later.
Later.
Peace.